It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Running right, this is Gainwell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time run,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Purdy now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, a man who has led his team to the conference championship game the last 2 seasons, winning it 2 years ago. Here's Joe Burrow.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
The numbers on the ground for Gainwell last week. 12 carries, 68 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game. He's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. He stiff arms him, stays on his feet, and take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Felton. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun now with Purdy. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Jones. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and that is incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions in what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Well, this defense for the Saints, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Vikings at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 6. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Purdy from the gun. That's complete to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
So here are the Saints to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there, so they get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Burrow. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They're passing here. Joe Burrow working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Now Burrow on first down. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. McLaughlin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, and the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying. And got his man complete, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's McLaughlin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Complete to Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle they go. McLaughlin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down. But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending. Gano's kick is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Purdy. Buying time to his left.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards. And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Slant pass. It's Stevenson with it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Purdy. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission. Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Coming left is Gainwell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Felton. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Purdy looking to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Jackson now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Lamb in motion left. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
does a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
In motion right, that's Collins. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3rd down and 6. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Dobbs goes in motion. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they bring in an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give. This is McKinnon powering his way forward. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now it's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Martin. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 3rd and 3. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
A second down throw for Purdy. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
They'll run here with Gainwell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. If you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st down, McLaughlin, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials are going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Bigsby. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Looking to throw. Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A run here with Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nakobe Dean gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Saints on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is going to have the Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's McLaughlin. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Now a 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. Right back to Njoku. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now out comes Minnesota. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Again, a run with Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Jones has it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. Here's Burrow. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though, in the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You score the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something from down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Vikings, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.